Man Beat Man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered.
This is your boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Alright, so this is another Fortnite gameplay. So what else is new? Alright, so here's what we're going to do this time around. I had a topic lined up for you guys, but then something struck me, and this is something that I kind of been looking forward to some degree for a while now, but it finally happened. It finally occurred this past Monday night. And no, I'm not talking about wrestling or anything like that. No, it's the NBA awards. Yeah, I've been kind of looking forward to this because I really wanted to see if they were going to screw this up. That's what I wanted to see, especially when it comes to the MVP awards. But let's start off with Coach of the Year. So, Dwayne Casey won Coach of the Year. And you want to know what the funny thing about that is? He was fired the same year. Yep, 2018. 2017-2018 season, he won Coach of the Year as the head coach for the Toronto Raptors. Then they went on to the playoffs, made it all the way to, if memory serves me correctly, the conference semis, I believe, or the semi. I forgot which one it is, or the conference finals. I forgot which one. I forgot already. I don't remember, but I think it was the conference finals, and they got swept by LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, unfortunately, and because of that, he got fired. Well, really, it's that and the fact that anytime they face LeBron in the playoffs, they get beat. I don't know about they get swept every time. I don't know about that, but they get beat every time. And because of that, he got fired. But yeah, he still won Coach of the Year because he led Toronto to us having the best record in the East, and they really did their thing this year, especially in the regular season. And yeah, I mean, you can't really dispute that. Now, obviously, the coach who's finished second was Quinn Snyder of the Utah Jazz, who was also deserving, and Brad Stevens, who finished in third, which is kind of a shocker because they had no Gordon Hayward really since day one, and Kyrie went down with an injury, but yet Boston still did what they did. And actually, Toronto actually lost to them in the conference semis because Boston went on to the conference finals. Now I remember. So I was kind of shocked that Brad Stevens finished third behind Quinn Snyder, although Utah had a pretty good season, I will admit, but dang. But yeah, that's the only dispute I had with Coach of the Year, that Brad Stevens didn't finish second. But aside from that, and really, Mike D'Antoni should have finished in the top 4, or really top 3, because Houston had the best record in the league, and Mike D'Antoni, he actually did a good job this year, so he should have finished in the top 3, not 5th. But it is what it is. The right coach won. I had no problem with that, and now he's our coach in terms of coaching for the Detroit Pistons. Now let's move on to the next award, which is the Most Improved Player Award. And this one, I did not find this out until like a few minutes ago. And no, I'm not talking about who actually won this award. No, the winner was Victor Oladipo. He got that over, oh my gosh, and he was like the overwhelming favorite here. Check this out. So there was 101 votes placed. Like, there was 101 first place votes. 2 of them did not go to him, but the other 99 did. That's how overwhelming he was. So for each first place vote you get 5 points. If you get a second place vote, you get 3 points. If you get a third place vote, you get 1 point. So Victor Oladipo had finished with 499 points. Clint Capella, who had a good year actually, he finished second with 99. And Spencer Dinwiddie finished with third with 50. And I'm like, that's overwhelming. But at the same time, I can see that. But here's the thing that tripped me out. Who finished 4th and didn't get invited to the award show? Andre Drummond of the Detroit Pistons. I'm like, what? Like, dang. Now I'm like, I kind of wish he did finish in the top 3. But, you know, he obviously was not going to win. And the other 2 guys who finished in second and third, they had a pretty good year too. So I can't really knock this one. But that's like a landslide in terms of Victor Oladipo, man. But let's move on to Defensive Player of the Year. So here's where things got really interesting. So the three finalists were Rudy Gobert, Joel Embiid, and Anthony Davis. Some people thought Embiid should win. Some people thought Anthony Davis should win. I actually thought that Joel Embiid should win. But instead, they went to Rudy Gobert. And it wasn't even close. He got a grand total of 466 points and 89 first place votes. Joel Embiid got second first place votes. No, he got 2 first place votes, my bad. And he finished second with 163 points. And Anthony Davis finished third despite having 5 first place votes. He's finished with 139 points. And then who finished fourth? Paul George. I'm like, wait, what? How did Paul George finish ahead of Al Horford and Draymond Green and Drew Holiday? That makes no sense to me. And I've been going for and say Robert Covington. That makes no sense to me. How did Paul George finish fourth? That makes no sense to me, man. But aside from that, Rudy Gobert won this award. That surprised a lot of people, I will admit. Myself included. Am I happy that he won? Yeah, I am happy that he won. But, you know, that was a shocker. I will admit, that was a big-time shocker that he actually won this award. Now, let's move on to the Sixth Man of the Year. So, and this one wasn't close either. So, it came down to Toronto's Fred VanVleet, Houston's Eric Gordon, and the Clippers' Lou Williams. I'll admit, in my opinion, I thought it came down to Eric Gordon and Lou Williams because both of them had a really good year. But Lou Williams won this award. Check this out. He had 97 first place votes. He finished with 495 points. Eric Gordon finished with 3 first place votes, but yeah, he finished with 246 points. And Fred VanVleet finished third with 1 first place vote and 64 points. So this wasn't even close at all. Like first, second, and third. This was not even close at all. I was like, man, that's kind of a landslide there. All right, so now we get to the top 2 awards here because these two had a lot of people talking. And the next one I'm going to talk about is the Rookie of the Year award. So here's the deal with this one. So first of all, we all knew that Jason Tatum, even though he had a good year, really good year, he was going to finish third, and he did. He finished with 101 votes. So it came down to Donovan Mitchell and Ben Simmons. Now here's the issue here. Ben Simmons was drafted not in 2017, but in 2016. The problem was because of injury. Remember, I think this is how this all went down. Because of injury, he did not play the 2016 and 2017 season. Not at all. I'm not sure he played in the postseason. I mean, not postseason, but preseason. Philly did not make the postseason, so obviously he didn't play in the postseason. But he did not play in the 2016-2017 season, even though he was drafted. But he did play this past season. So that technically was his first year playing. So the question is, do you consider him a rookie? So remember, he wasn't drafted in 2017. He was drafted in 2016. Donovan Mitchell was drafted in 2017. And he played throughout 2017, 2018. So, do you think Ben Simmons is disqualified from this category? Now, me personally, here's my thing. Yes, he was drafted in 2016, but he did not play a game. So, if I had to be honest, I have to say this is technically his rookie year. It's one thing if he would have played one game in the 2016-2017 season. It did like he pulled a Gordon Hayward. Like he played one game and then the other 81 games he got injured. Or if he played a preseason game, I even go as far as this. If he played a one preseason game and got injured and he did not play another game until the 2017-2018 season, I would say he played in his rookie year. That was his rookie year. That was not the case. He did not play a single game. I'm assuming he did not play preseason. But he did not play, so he is qualified. Now, because of the fact he qualified, I'm looking at these two and I'm going, well, Ben Simmons has been doing his thing all year long, and we knew about this guy. Donovan Mitchell, on the other hand, he's a stud on the court, man. He's no joke on the court. But I wasn't hearing noise from this guy sometime before the second half of the regular season. Not the entire year. Therefore, I had to go with Ben Simmons, and you know what? They agree. So Ben Simmons won Rookie of the Year with 90 first place votes. Donovan Mitchell had 11. Ben Simmons finished with 481 points, while Donovan Mitchell had 323 points. So again, this was not close. It was closer than the previous few awards, but not close enough. So let's move on to the main event, the MVP awards. So this one's different because the points, the points value are different. First place votes, you get 10. Second place votes, you get 7. Third place votes, you get 5. Fourth place votes, you get 3. And fifth place votes, you get 1. So the 3 finalists were Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and James Harden. Now, me personally, I thought LeBron James shouldn't even be nominated because there were times where he didn't play like an MVP candidate, but then there was other times where he did. And yeah, there was the intangible factor where he basically, the team basically changed his identity. They got rid of a lot of their players and brought in new players in the middle of the season. Yeah, I get the intangible part. That's how Steve Nash won the MVP over Shaq when he was in Miami. Shaq was in Miami during that time. But anywho, the bottom line is this. I think the reason why LeBron made it to this point, and I'm not going to reveal what happened yet, but let me reveal what happens first. Like I said, they screwed this up, then something wrong with them. But they didn't. James Harden won MVP. He got 86 first place votes. LeBron James got 15 first place votes. And remember, there's 101 votes out there. So what that means is Anthony Davis did not get a single first place vote. He didn't. Now, if you look at the total points, James Harden got 965 points. LeBron James got 738 points, and Anthony Davis got 445 points. So what we are seeing is this: LeBron James finished second, and I'm like, no. In my opinion, he shouldn't have been top 3. You know who should have been top 3? Russell Westbrook. Why? Because he averaged a triple-double again. Second straight year. Last year he did it. He won MVP. Really, I thought him and James Harden should have won co-MVP last year, but they flat out gave it to Russell Westbrook. This year, I think James Harden won it. Obviously, he was balling, but they was like, okay, we can't screw this up. We don't want to make people mad, so let's just give Harden the MVP this year. And yeah, rightfully so. But when it came to who the top 3 should have been, LeBron James should have been out. Russell Westbrook should have been in. And Russell Westbrook should have finished second. That's how I feel. Instead, he finished 5th. You want to know who finished 4th? Damian Lillard. And I'm like, how? And then this wasn't even close. Damian Lillard finished with 207 total points. Russell Westbrook finished with 76 total points. 1 point more than the Greek Freak. How? Why? So again, James Harden winning the MVP. They didn't get that wrong. LeBron finishing in the top 3, let alone finishing second. They got that wrong. Russell Westbrook finishing 5th. They definitely got that wrong. And Damian Lillard finishing 4th. They definitely got that wrong. No disrespect to Damian Lillard. He's an all-star finally. He should have been an all-star a while back, but he should not be this high in the MVP race. So that's my thoughts on the NBA awards. A little bit of nitpicking for the most part here. But in terms of who won these awards, I think they got them all right. I will admit to you guys. So with that said, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, the new Jay Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.